Namaste, dear listeners, and welcome to the Iowa channel, Astro In with Abhi, Oneness in Astrology and Spirituality, bringing in awareness by Abhi. Beautiful question. This is something I always talk about, but now it's posed as a question. So this is something that I've always wanted to put as a podcast, but that never crossed my mind when I was actually doing podcasts. So, hi Abhi, please can you talk to us about what is heaven and where is heaven? So I'm going to talk about this here. What is heaven and where is heaven? I'll answer the question. But dear listeners, remember I'm talking from awareness Pabi. This is my awareness. This is my dimension of perception based on my perception. So heaven is a state of consciousness, just like how hell is. So you've got the positive polarities and the negative polarities. The positive polarities is above your seventh chakra, and the negative polarity or the hell is at the root chakra. The root chakra sits at the base of your spine, and the seventh chakra sits out of your head. The third eye chakra, which is the sixth chakra, sits in between your two eyes, just at the top of your forehead. This is the only eye of knowing. So the stairway to heaven is climbing up the chakra system from the root to the crown, which also can be described as the bliss body. So there's 5 sheets of the body, and I've explained this on my previous podcast. What is the 5 sheets of body? Now you've got the physical body, the gross body, which is the food body, which is the body that you can touch. Then you've got the pranic body or the energy body. Then you've got the mental body, which is the mind. Then you've got the transient body, which is neither material nor spiritual. It's in between. Then you've got the bliss body, which is totally out of this world. It's out of this physical dimension. This is the state of heaven, or this is the state of Shiva. This is the heaven where nothingness is. There's no hunger, no pain, no happiness, no sadness. There's just complete bliss. However, I will do a separate podcast on what hell is. And heaven is a state of consciousness. It's a state of consciousness above the seventh dimension. It's above the seventh dimension, or it's at the seventh dimension and above. There's many dimensions above the seventh. However, at the sixth dimension is the fourth body, the transient body, or the dimension of intellect. It's the dimension of intelligence. Now, in this dimension, the knowing is. And once you know, as a consequence of knowing, then bliss is, the blissful body is, you are able to leave this world, which is the heavenly state of consciousness. The sixth eye or the fourth body has to be stimulated. There has to be knowing for you to reach the sixth chakra or the sixth dimension. Your third eye or your pineal gland has to be stimulated through various kinds of yoga, bhakti yoga, karma yoga, uh, uh, Kriya Yoga, and Gyan Yoga. These 4 yogas can help you stimulate your third eye, and which is the sixth dimension. And as a consequence of that, then you can get out of this fourth body and become one with Source or one with Creator itself, which is the fourth dimension, bliss, which is heaven. So heaven is not a physical place. Heaven is a state of consciousness, a state of experience, a state of knowing, a state of feeling. It must never be confused as to some physical place that you go to. If you are spirit, how can you go in a physical space with no body? Obviously, there has to be a spiritual world. So heaven is a spiritual dimension. It is not a physical place, and it definitely not any place where some man is sitting upstairs there, waiting for you with a book, reading out everything that you have done and right and wrong. Doesn't work that way. All right? Whatever you do is getting recorded in the universe, and as the planets move, they give you your karma. Whatever it is, as you sow, so shall you reap. You are reaping all the time. You are sowing all the time. Therefore, you are experiencing a heaven state of heaven or hell all the time, depending on what karma you are sowing, not after you leave the body. So, a state of heaven is something that you experience right here, not just when you leave. When you leave this body, I've done a podcast on this here. Depending on your reverberation, you will enter that dimension of frequency that you're vibrating on, depending on your vibration or reverberation at that last minute when you passed on. So, thank you, dear listeners. I hope this answers your question. Um, I've done both what is heaven and where is heaven. Heaven is not a physical place, it is in the seventh dimension, one above the sixth. It's the fifth body, the blessed body, above the fourth transient body. And the fourth transient body can directly relate to the sixth chakra, and the seventh chakra can directly relate to the fifth body, the blessed body, or heaven or Shiva. Thank you, dear listeners. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ram, Om Namah Shivaya, Haribol. Goodbye.